Joe Menzer, NASCAR.com. Dale, I'm guessing you think this is pretty cool now, as opposed to the comment you made last night. But did you guys both talk a little bit about, what this meant in terms of the way you won, kind of validating, your season, and what it also means in terms of, the chase and everything else? Because obviously, if you had gone on into the chase with no wins, you would have been behind some people.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. We're in the All-Star race next year. So we don't have to grind it out in the shootout. We're back on the Winter Circle program, which is a big deal to the company as far as income and revenue. So over the last 2.5, 3, 4 years, we've missed out on a lot of that revenue. So that's great. And we're, I've never had bonus points for the chase, so that's neat. So, I feel like, we want to win some more races before the chase starts, obviously, and we'll think about where we are points wise when that all happens after Richmond. But we kind of have to. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. We got to go to we got to go to Sonoma next week and figure out how to get around there and get my first top 10 at that place. We got a lot to accomplish this year, but it's a good deal for the team. It feels good to win in that shop. I got moved into that shop a year and a half ago, and that shop's got all them trophies and got all of them wins with Jimmy and Jeff, and they're used to success, so it feels good to be able to bring those guys what they deserve. All the employees will get bonuses or what have you from this win, so the whole company sort of gets to enjoy the effect of this. So it's a great deal. We got this victory bell that I get to take around for the first time since we built it, and ring the hell out of it all over the complex. I'm gonna ring that damn thing as hard as I can. So it's a big deal for me, but I like seeing I like seeing the smiles on everybody else's face. I'm gonna enjoy this, and I am enjoying this. But it's so awesome to see how many other people it affects, and how many people are affected by it. That kind of just what happened today.
Question right here.
My comment as well. Or no.
Yeah,
I guess
the only
difference. I guess the only thing I would say is what today does is solidifies decisions like last week, makes them a lot easier one way or the other. It was disappointing last week because we hadn't won in 3 years. If we'd have won 3 weeks ago, nobody would have cared that we pitted. You had a great car, you pitted. Well, you ran 8th. You'll get them next week. And, we had confidence in one another to make that decision because we knew the goal. We had discussed the goal. We know what the goal was. The goal was to get as many points as we could to get out of there. And that's every week, is to run the best we possibly can. And now that this proved to us, you see race teams, and I've been a part of them, that you don't race out of desperation, but you start swinging for the fences. When you're down 7 or 8 runs in the 9th inning, and bunts aren't going to work. You got to start by putting guys on base. And this proves to us that our strategy is correct. If you bring fast enough race cars, you don't have to get outside your comfort zone too far. I don't think you have to get super crazy with the pit strategy. You just need to put in, we say it all the time, you just need to put in hard work. Hard work every Sunday, and this kind of helps us understand that we aren't crazy, that our goals are, and what we've been trying to do has been working.
Go ahead, David, and then Stan, and we'll go back upstairs. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, David Newton, ESPN.com. Dale, 2 questions. First, Rick, I guess, talked to you on the phone there. What did he say? And secondly, Tony Stewart said it's not a national holiday. Do you feel like it is?
I do. For me, it is. I'm sure it's running second. For me, wouldn't be a holiday either. But it sure feels it feels good to win, and I'll enjoy it. And in a day or two, I'll be thirsty for the next one. But Rick, I told him he should have a good excuse for not being there. He better be on a boat somewhere in the Keys or something. But he said he was at home, and they were thrilled to death. And so I know that no matter where he was, he enjoyed this. And I told him that I had to thank him for sticking with me and getting me back to victory lane. That he went through hell and high water to make it happen, and he should enjoy the win.
Stan.
Stan Creekmore, RPMtonight.com. Junior, it is a very special day today, obviously, and you're winning everything, but did at any point in time you take a minute to think about your dad as the laps wound down or as the checkered flag flew?
No, sir. As much as that would be a good story, I hadn't even really thought much about it being Father's Day, and I had missed out on a lot of opportunities to wish everybody a happy Father's Day. It just had slipped my mind pretty much. But it is Father's Day, so I'm happy for that fact due to the circumstances, and it makes it mean a little bit more to have won on Father's Day, and get the opportunity to just come here and sit down and wish everybody a happy Father's Day after it slipping my mind all day long and missing it through all the other interviews I've had today.
Go upstairs, press box, questions?
Nate Ryan again. Dale, you were saying that in a day or two you'll be thirsty for more. How late will you let the party go at Whiskey River tonight? And does the guy next to you kind of like maybe – I know you talked a lot about how Steve's changed your mindset. Is it kind of like you do this, you celebrate for one day, you party late in the night, and then on Monday it's over?
Well,
not one day, I can assure you.
I probably won't lead by example, but I'll probably just kind of see what everybody else does and just kind of jump in the pool if the water's warm. But I just I don't want to get carried away. We got a great thing going. We want to be sharp, and I want to be sharp when I go to the next race. We got a tough one at Sonoma, and we got like a chip on our shoulder to go there and run well because of the struggles I've had at that place. We will enjoy this, and I cannot wait to go home and see my family and my friends. I know that they're dying for me to get there, so we'll have some fun tonight. And Steve will probably get home a little too late for this evening, but it's whatever. We'll just kind of, we got a couple days off. I got a promotion to shoot with Clean Coal on Wednesday, so I need to get my ship righted sometime around Tuesday morning to be sharp for them guys, and that'll be that. We'll start thinking about. We'll start immediately. We have a conference. We have a conference meeting on Tuesday with all the drivers and crew chiefs, and that'll be a thrill since we won. But we've got to start talking about the next race, and we need to keep our eye on the goal. And like I said, we'll enjoy this, but we're ready for the next opportunity to win one, because this is fun. I feel like we were close, so maybe we can get us a couple.
Any other questions in the press box before we come back downstairs? We're good. Let's come back downstairs. Bob, did you have one? Bob, and then Lee.
Bob Hocker, Sporting News. For both of you guys, are you more relieved or excited?
Excited. I think a little bit of both. I think if it would have happened last year, it might have been relief, because I don't know if we had the speed last year. I mean, we had some good runs at it. We had some good cars, but we had some consistency, but nothing like this year. I think this year, I'm a true believer in statistics, and I don't think it's luck. I think you make your own luck, and you get bad breaks along the way. But if you have a strong enough race team and strong enough cars, then even the bad luck can't hold you down forever. And I think this year we have earned this win. I think it wouldn't feel as special if it would be our, first year, 12 races in and not a top 5 in sight. But to go out and run like we did this year, I think at Las Vegas, we had a spectacular car. Dover, we had a good car, maybe not a winning car. Pocono, I feel we had a winning car. When you start to have winning cars and then you finally win, it's excitement. I don't think it's relief. It's excitement, because now you have winning cars and you know that hard work is paying off. And that's why we're going to enjoy the win, but we're going to enjoy it to a point where, man, there's a lot of trophies left to get. We want to get some more.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. I thought it would be all relief, but it was no relief at all. It was all excitement.
Let's go to Lee. Go ahead, Lee, and then we'll finish with Jim Utter. Go ahead, Lee.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. To kind of follow up on the excitement question, at what point did you feel the fans, I mean, they were all on their feet on the front stretch. I mean, at what point did you just feel them really getting into it?
Well, I think I imagine they were into it. I come off of turn 4 for the checkered, and they were pretty excited all the way down the front straightaway. And I felt good for them because my fans had went through a lot to stay dedicated, and they stayed loyal, and they asked, they wondered why we weren't competitive. There were a couple, 2 or 3 years ago where we were far from competitive. I was, as a driver. And they wanted to know why we weren't competitive, and they wondered what was missing, but they never doubted me, and they never gave up. And so I know there's a lot of people that were happy today. I could tell. I felt the fan base. I felt the excitement and emotion from them almost immediately. As soon as I got out of the car, that was my initial thoughts was about how many people were in their living rooms screaming at the top of their lungs or running out in the yard or whatever they do. I just wish I could see it all at once. That was the one thing that I kept thinking about.
Final question. Go ahead, Jim.
Jim Utter, Charlotte Observer. Dale, I believe out in Victory Lane on Sirius, NASCAR President Mike Helton said, I think Dale Jr. declared today that he's the guy to beat this year for the championship. I know you already talked about contending, but what does it mean to hear that from him? You have a long relationship with Mike.
Yeah, Mike's an awesome dude. There doesn't come any, between him and Rick, there doesn't come any better when it comes to having it all together and just being a sharp person. But so I trust him all the time for guidance and advice and leadership because he's just so awesome at it. So it means a lot coming from him to say that. I hope we can prove him correct, and we'll just keep working.